You know that moment when you say, I'll do it tomorrow, and somehow tomorrow keeps getting pushed further and further away. At first, it feels harmless. You think you just need a little more time, a little more motivation. But then, suddenly, it's the night before the deadline. You're stressed, rushing, and wondering, why didn't I just start earlier? Joseph used to do this all the time. He had this one project. Honestly, it wasn't even that hard. He had several days to finish it, but instead of starting, he kept delaying. He'd tell himself, I'll just relax today. I'll start tomorrow. Then tomorrow came, and he said the same thing again. Instead of working, Joseph would watch videos, scroll through his phone, or do random small tasks that felt productive but weren't actually important. And in the back of his mind, he knew he should start, but he kept ignoring it until he couldn't anymore. The deadline got really close. One night left. That's when the pressure hit. Joseph sat down and forced himself to work for hours straight. No breaks, just stress and urgency. He finished it, but it wasn't good. And the worst part? He knew he could have done better if he had just started earlier. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, there's a real reason this keeps happening. Procrastination isn't about laziness. It's about how your brain reacts to discomfort. When you look at a task, your brain quickly decides how it feels about it. If it seems boring, difficult, or overwhelming, your brain tries to avoid it. Not because it's dangerous, but because it feels unpleasant. At the same time, your brain is constantly looking for things that feel good right now. That's why you get pulled toward your phone, videos, or anything entertaining. These give you instant dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Meanwhile, important tasks usually give rewards later, not immediately. So, your brain ends up choosing short-term comfort over long-term results. That's why you're not avoiding the task itself. You're avoiding the uncomfortable feeling that comes with it. So, if procrastination is really about how things feel, then the solution isn't just forcing yourself harder. It's making things easier to start. Here are 3 ways to do that, starting with the simplest, then something practical, and the most important one. Start for just 2 minutes instead of saying, I need to finish everything. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 2 minutes. No pressure, no expectations. This works because starting is the hardest part. When something feels big, your brain resists it. But when it's small, it feels manageable. And once you start, it's much easier to keep going. If Joseph had just opened his project and worked on it for 2 minutes earlier, he probably wouldn't have ended up cramming everything in one stressful night. Make distractions harder to reach. Don't rely on motivation, it comes and goes. Instead, change your environment. Put your phone somewhere out of reach. Close tabs you don't need. Use a timer for focused work sessions. This way, focusing becomes the easier choice. You're not trying to be perfect. You're just removing the things that usually pull you away. Now, this last one is the most important, and most people overlook it. Let go of perfection and lower the pressure. A big reason people procrastinate is because they want things to be good right away. That pressure makes starting feel harder, so they delay. Instead, change your mindset. It's okay if this is messy. Break the task into small parts and just begin, even if it's not perfect. Because a rough start is always better than no start at all. Looking back, Joseph avoided starting because he didn't want to mess it up, but in the end, rushing made it worse anyway. So, here's the truth. Procrastination isn't about laziness, it's about avoiding uncomfortable emotions. If you can, start small, control your environment, and remove the pressure to be perfect, you'll stop fighting yourself and start making real progress. And next time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, just remember, tomorrow is always busy, doing nothing. So, yeah, maybe just start today, even for 2 minutes.